people choose 14 News than any other local news source. Live from the Tri-States news and weather leader, this is 14 News.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, February 27th. I'm Kate O'Rourke. Thanks for joining us. We'll get back to NBC's special report of the Michael Cohen hearing after midday. It is still live streaming on our website and app. But now let's get a look at the 14 First Alert forecast with meteorologist Arden Gregory.
Yeah, so Kate, we've got some much deserved sunshine over the past couple of days, but clouds are now starting to move in. This is a live look at the Evansville riverfront. Looking pretty cloudy there. These clouds are rolling in from the west. So over western Kentucky, still getting a little bit of sunshine. It's very warm out there, though. Temperatures climbing into the mid to upper 50s. Now some folks even breaking the 60-degree mark. However, it looks like that's about as warm as we're going to get. Those temperatures are going to start to fall as we head into the afternoon and these clouds continue to move in. There is a slight chance of rain this evening, but there are snow chances in the forecast for the weekend. Those details just ahead.
Happening now, former Trump lawyer Michael Cohen is testifying before the House Oversight Committee. Here's a live look at that hearing. So far, he's detailed his dealings with President Trump before and during the campaign and after he went to the White House. Now you can head over to the14news.com or our Facebook page to continue watching that hearing. We'll also cut back in after midday ends at 12. Evansville police are investigating a shooting that happened on Frizzy Avenue overnight. Police say they received a call from a woman who said her husband had been shot. She believed the gunshot came from outside the home. Police say they were investigating that situation when they attempted pulling over an SUV in the area. That SUV took off and led police on a chase into Warwick County. Police say the chase ended when the driver abandoned his car and ran off near Epworth and Telephone Road. Police set up a perimeter and searched for that suspect, even using a drone to narrow down the search area. Police eventually found the suspect hiding on land owned by a family member. Now at this time, police are not sure if the chase suspect is connected to the shooting on Frizzy Avenue. They say he had a felony warrant out for his arrest. The person who was shot has non-life-threatening injuries. Meanwhile, police are still searching for a suspect in the shooting death of an Evansville firefighter last night on the north side. The coroner confirms the victim is 51-year-old Michael Dorr. He was a veteran of the Evansville Fire Department for almost 27.5 years. His body was later escorted to the coroner's office by his EFD family. Officers were responding to a shots fired call just after 7 last night. They found Dorr had been shot. They tried to save him, but were unable to. Evansville police are still searching for a suspect. Now, the Evansville Fire Department just held a press conference talking about Dorr. Evansville police are also planning a press conference coming up this morning at 11:15, and they'll be streaming that. We'll be streaming that on our mobile platforms. You can hear more from both of those tonight on 14 News at 5 and 6. President Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un kicked off their second summit in Vietnam's capital today. NBC's Bill Neely reports from Hanoi.
President Trump and the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un have begun talking here in Hanoi. And they began with what the White House described as a 20-minute conversation and a social dinner, also being attended by Mike Pompeo, the Secretary of State, and President Trump's Chief of Staff, Mick Mulvaney. And on Kim Jong-un's side, by his Foreign Minister, Ri, and also by his former spy chief, the man who brought Kim's letters to Donald Trump at the White House some time ago. This, of course, will then be followed by what the White House describes as a series of back-and-forth meetings. Tomorrow, the summit itself. Just before he arrived at the Metropole Hotel, President Trump tweeted, "Kim and I will try very hard to work something out on denuclearization." He's been tweeting also his praise of Kim Jong-un. Obviously, it was in Singapore that we got that historic first handshake. That was a summit more of symbol than substance. The bar here is higher, although President Trump says, as long as North Korea stops testing, I'll be happy. Bill Neely, NBC News, Hanoi.
The husband of an Evansville daycare owner accused of child molesting is expected in court today. It will be the first court appearance for 38-year-old Gregory Johnston. He was arrested on those charges on Friday. Officials with the Family and Social Services Administration tell us the owner of Lil Piggy's daycare told them they are closed permanently. Johnston is out of jail after posting a $15,000 bond. A health alert in western Kentucky this morning. The flu is so widespread, many schools are canceling class because of it. Ohio County schools will be closed for the rest of the week because so many kids are out sick. Some good news, though. Muhlenberg County schools will be back in session today. They've been out all week so far for illness. Combined with the weekend, students and staff had 4 days to recover. With empty classroom, custodians got to work, giving everything a good deep clean.
First day, we could do that deep cleaning. All of our custodians in all 9 of our buildings worked really hard in getting all of the germs put away, hopefully. And then today, we did have a work day for our staff to come in and get ready for our students come tomorrow.
Students will have to make up both days at the end of the school year. United Methodist Church leaders voted to keep its ban on gay clergy and same-sex church weddings. These are pictures from yesterday's conference in St. Louis. Church delegates were voting as LGBT advocates sat watching in the crowd. Delegates voted to uphold language that says the Bible clearly teaches homosexuality is consistent with Christian traditions. They shot down an alternative plan which would have left decisions up to local churches. We talked with local pastors just before the vote was taken.
My request to folks is, don't judge us by the latest headline. Give us a chance, because I think you'll find that we stand ready to welcome and affirm you in wherever you are.
United Methodist is America's 3rd largest denomination. 16 delegates from Indiana were a part of the special called conference. Could Vegas flights be coming back to the tri-state? Davis County airport officials say it's a real possibility. Airport Director Rob Barnett says they're working to get nonstop Allegiant service to Vegas. Barnett was hired as a director back in November. He says ever since, he's been doing everything he can to add flights and new destinations. He says one of the most wanted flights is to and from Vegas.
When I accepted the position of airport manager, some of the board members here said, you know, if you could ever accomplish getting Vegas, reinstituted or offered here in this community, you would probably get keys to the city. And I hear that daily. That is something we're working on.
Right now, there isn't a set timeline, but Barnett tells us he's hopeful for some exciting changes soon. And Mesker Park Zoo could soon be getting its waddle on. A penguin exhibit is in the works. If the zoo can get a grant from the Convention and Visitors Bureau, it would get construction started with the groundbreaking on the new penguins of Patagonia later this year. The zoo is Evansville's 2nd largest tourist attraction, only behind the Tropicana Casino. With the CVB dedicated to the city's tourism, the zoo is going to the board, hoping for a donation. This is a rendering of what it will look like. Zoo directors tell us you'll be able to see them swimming and even have a chance to feed the penguins. The CVB is expected to make a decision on whether to provide the grant in a few months. A traffic alert for drivers in Owensboro. The Blue Bridge will be down to 1 lane this morning. Flaggers started controlling traffic around 9. It's to allow the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet to do tests on the bridge. It's expected to take about 2 to 4 hours. And we've had a couple of beautiful back-to-back sunny days in the tri-state. Let's check in with meteorologist Arden Gregory.
Yeah, still seeing sunshine across the tri-state, but clouds are moving in. This is a live look at the Twin Bridges. You can see it is starting to look a little cloudy there, but if you look on the pavement, some strong shadows still. So they're still getting some sunshine coming through, but we are going to see these clouds continue to press in from the west. So they're going to continue to spread eastward. So those of you still getting the sunshine, it's going to come to an end as we get into the afternoon. Those clouds are not producing any rain, though. It's still dry across the tri-state and unseasonably warm. Temperatures sitting in the 50s for most of the tri-state. Western Kentucky, which hung on to that sunshine a little longer. Several locations in the low to even mid 60s now. Owensboro sitting at 64, but it looks like that's about as warm as we're going to get as those clouds move in. Temperatures will slowly start to fall as we go through the afternoon. Overnight tonight, a slight chance of a few showers. Temperatures falling back into the low to mid 30s. Then as we go through the day tomorrow, hit or miss showers continue and quite a bit cooler than today. Temperatures only making it into the upper 30s to right around 40 degrees. So the clouds will continue to move in as we head into the afternoon. I think we'll stay mostly dry until this evening, and even then the showers are going to be pretty hit or miss and primarily over western western Kentucky, but scattered rain is possible through the night and into Thursday morning. It is possible that some light freezing rain could mix in at times, but I think temperatures are going to be just a little too warm for that to have any major impacts. If we did see any, it would be primarily on bridges and overpasses. These hit or miss showers continue throughout the day on Thursday, even into the afternoon, primarily again over western Kentucky, and then those rain chances taper off as we head into Thursday night. But then there's some snow in the forecast for the weekend. So as that system moves out Thursday evening, looks like we're going to be dry on Friday, but then by Saturday afternoon, rain starts to make its way back into the forecast, and then overnight, Saturday night into Sunday morning, as temperatures drop, we could see that rain change over to snow, becoming all snow by Sunday morning, and then that snow could possibly continue throughout the day on Sunday before tapering off Sunday night. So how much snow will we see? It's still a little too early to tell for sure, but that same model is saying we could see quite a bit of snow. I'm not sure that we would see quite that much. Other models are backing us down to only about 1.5 inches. So that's a pretty wide range there, but confidence is increasing that somewhere across the tri-state we could see some significant snow accumulation, and significant would be considered 2 inches or more for me. So 2 inches or more of snow possible this weekend. I'd say about a 30% chance at this point. So we'll see how that develops moving forward. Those numbers could go up or down. We're still several days out, but I just want to give you the heads up that some significant snow accumulation is possible throughout the day on Sunday, and then a big drop in those temperatures. We're looking at the upper 20s as we head into early next week.
That's a look at what's happening this morning. Thanks for joining us. Mike Blake is next with Midday. And for more news and weather, log on to 14news.com. Have a great day.
Stay prepared when breaking news or severe weather happens by downloading the 14 News apps. This message is sponsored by Dean Bosler's Furniture, home of Bassett's HGTV Home Design Gallery.